Yesterday, Average Joe Options Chief Strategist Todd Horwitz is at the CME Group. Todd, give me some direction here.
Good morning, Dagan. Did you get my 20, by the way? Anyways,
yes,
we're
by
starting
the way,
to see,
just full disclosure, I bet you $20 that the Federal Reserve would raise interest rates by the end of last year, and I won, and you did deliver a 20 to me in a frame. So thank you for that, Todd.
But you use it for Powerball,
okay.
so
yeah, it's all gone now.
I didn't win either. But oil, I think, is going to end up being a winner here when it's all said and done. I think we're starting to see a little bit of a decoupling from the overall stock market. So oil was able to hold up yesterday. It's holding up today as the markets, again, are starting to break early here. I think what you're seeing is, in overall, they had a pretty good flush here. We had pretty good capitulation to the downside. We hit 29.93 the other day. And I think now you're going to start to see some of the commodity space hold up, because what you're really going to start to see is the real relationship is to the dollar, not to the stock market. So I think really we're going to start to see some holding here around $30.
I want to bring in Mike Murphy, he's in New York. Mike, but I will point out, you haven't seen production in this country pull back yet. It was still, at the start of 2016, it was still running a little bit higher than it was a year ago. You really have to see, and I don't want to wish this on anybody, but some of this production disappear, and that might mean more bankruptcies in the energy patch.
It might mean, Dagan, but, again, we've come down so far that seeing a rally here, I don't think, to Todd's point, you don't need too much to get a rally. So I think if you just see some sort of economic strength, you could see this market turn quickly. So, and down at 30, things look terrible. But if we get a bounce to the mid-30s, all of a sudden people are talking about a rally 20% off our lows. So I don't think necessarily, though you may see some bankruptcies, I don't see a rash of bankruptcies or this whole industry falling off the cliff. Because remember, they're very resilient. The people in the oil patch, they know what they're doing. They've been through this before. So I think we're a lot closer to a bottom, and a rally's in the very near future.
And Morgan, I want to bring in, she knows all things Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia has been the linchpin in all of this, just really trying to put our companies out of business by just continuing to pump crude.
Well, I think the game that the Saudi Arabia is playing is clearly with Iran, which is their, arch enemy. Interesting, there's a Bloomberg report out today that Iran will only be able to put about half of the amount of oil on the market once sanctions are lifted than they're anticipating.
Wow.
So, we talk about this all the time on the show, Saudi posting a $98 billion deficit, but they're playing the long game. And I think it's mostly directed towards Iran, but their economy is not diversified. This is it.
Right.
So this is the whole game for them.
We're watching oil. You know what? A lot of people like low oil. Keep those gas prices below $2. Come on, people. Thanks to Todd Horwitz, Mike Murphy. We'll see you a little bit later. Coming up, Fox Business.